Welcome to this new course, Master in Generative AI. And in this lecture, I will try and introduce you to this course as well as to myself. So, I'm a management coach and mentor with 40 years of experience in talent development. I started my management journey in 1981 after passing out from IIM Bangalore. And since then, I've worked for over 26 years in companies like Unilever, Johnson & Johnson, Numex, and been consulting, counseling individuals and small businesses like you since 2007. So specifically coming to the generative AI, my exposure happened somewhere in 2022 when with the advent of ChatGPT. And I had started devoting my time full time to creating these online courses since 2021. And since then, I have been using these generative models in the like ChatGPT, Canva, to do the visualization as well as to supplement any gaps in my knowledge. And that worked well. And over the years, I have come to learn more about them, being inquisitive. And being in this field, I figured out how do they do what they do. And in this journey, bring to you, in this course, I bring to you my learning from this journey of knowing and getting to know about generative AI. And this is still a very evolving field. It's a very, let's say, an early growth stage, and how it will shape up, it's for us to watch as we go forward. So the purpose of this course is to help you become an excellent AI engineer, artificial intelligence engineer. And what we will talk about in this course is few things. We'll start with some basics like what is generative AI, and then one of the key players in generative AI is the AI engineer, generative AI engineer. So what is the role of a generative engineer? Then how can you become a generative AI engineer, and how can you perform the role of a generative AI engineer in an excellent way? That's what we will cover in this course. And accordingly, we have this lecture plan. We start with this introduction, then we'll give you in 4 lectures a quick overview on those things. Then we will start getting into depth of each of these, starting with what are the various types of generative AI models. And we will devote 3 lectures to that. And then we come to the heart of the course where we talk about how to design models, how to design these generative AI models, then where we will talk in 35 lectures. So that's the heart of this course. So pay attention to that. Then we talk about once you having designed, how do you train these models? That's the second most important thing. And then you optimize performance of these models. Then you do other things like you do on other AI models like API deployment, API development, deployment, integration, research and innovation, ethical and responsible AI. That becoming particularly important with generative AI. And finally, how do you communicate and collaborate with the rest of the teams? And we summarize the course at the end. So that's what is in plate for you, on the plate for you in this course. So the question that you will have is, how will this course benefit you? The world is becoming increasingly complex with the advent of AI, and with the generative AI, it is becoming increasingly complex world. But at the same time, it opens a lot of new opportunities for you to make good use of the opportunities that are coming up. So this course will help you open the doors to new opportunities, and one of them is, of course, being a generative AI engineer. So how do you become a generative engineer? That's what we will start talking about in the next section and lectures. And we will give you an overview in 4 lectures about what we talked about in this lecture at the beginning. So thank you so much for watching this overview lecture. I hope that you are beginning to enjoy, beginning to learn new things in this course already. And if you have any questions anytime, now or later, do feel free to message me. And do download the PDF files, because there will be a lot of files where I would have given you some codes that you can use to test and see what the theory says about these codes working. So do that and stay connected and enjoy doing this course.